Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Rachakodash. This lesson is going to be titled Babylon's Judgment. Of all the things, of all the atrocities, all the evils that's happening throughout this place, every single day. The people waxing worse, more and more every day. The people of the world, become more wicked gradually, more and more. Just all the signs point to this city, being done, being destroyed, being done with. Especially when it's all confusion. A bunch of wickedness, just completely against the Lord, man. Against the men of the Lord, against the prophets. I'm thinking Babylon's building up her judgment. And all the people in it. That's why there's a title Babylon's Judgment. All the evils, that are happening here. It's gonna lead to something. It's not gonna just lead to nothing. It's gonna be your own demise. Starting off at Lamentations 2:15. All that passed by clapped their hands at thee. They hissed and wagged their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this a city that men called the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. See, every single other nation, it's going to come down on Babylon. They're going to come together. All thine enemies have opened their mouths against thee. They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, We have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we looked for. We have found, we have seen it. Exactly, man. All these other nations, they want to take down Babylon. Because you see the atrocities here. And what they're doing across many different nations. They act like they're like in a clean slate. Babylon's in a clean slate. No, man. Babylon's cursed. Wicked. Especially when it's controlled by these Edomites. So of course his kingdom is gonna fall. All the evils are gonna go here. It's gonna bounce back right onto him. "17. Yahweh has done that which he has devised. He has fulfilled the word that he had commanded in the days of old. He has thrown down and has not pitied, and he hath caused thine enemy to rejoice over thee. He has set up the horn of thine adversaries." Exactly. So, all these nations are gonna come against Babylon, and then it was all the destruction that's gonna be coming over here, It's not gonna be as it once was, and never will be. Next, let me get Revelation 17:5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Exactly, man. This is exactly what Babylon is. It's an abomination of the earth that has spread into every nation, pretty much. Every nation has taken some of the Babylon juice. End up kind of getting molded after it. Because all you see in Babylon are, a bunch of niggas, a bunch of fools. There's no righteousness going on here. The only righteousness are the men of the Lord. There's very few. But let me read the NLT. A mysterious name was written on her forehead, Babylon the Great, mother of all prostitutes and obscenities in the world. Exactly, like all this, you know, rainbow stuff. You know what I'm talking about. In Babylon, heavily pushed, enforced, pretty much. You always see it in your face every now and then. And Sodom and Gomorrah got judged for the same thing. So it's just building up judgment for Babylon. You know, and it's worse than any of those from the past. It's a creation of like all of them put into one, all the wicked nations put into one. This is what Babylon the Great is. Next, let me get Revelation 18:2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit. Exactly. That's what he got here. Foul spirits. A bunch of foul spirits. A bunch of killings, a bunch of rapings, what else? Murders, just it's too much. It's too much to even like go on the list, but you know what I'm saying. This place is definitely the most known for all its chaotic evil that's going on, and witchcraft that's going on behind the scenes. So this place is definitely a habitation of devils, especially under Esau's control. That's what he pushes. He pushes that vibration of evil. So next, let me get Revelation 14:8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen. It's fallen. Sorry. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen. It's fallen. That great city, because she had made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Exactly. The Babylon juice. They all took after Babylon. To follow the ways after him. So all these other nations, they're going to get judged along with him. But it's mainly going to be Babylon that's going to be receive all the destruction. Because that's what it pushes. It just pushes wickedness. This nation pushes wickedness. You see it on TV. You see it on books. You see it on movies, games. What else? TV. Well, I already said that, but you get it. It's just pushed everywhere. Mainstream, news, everything. So every nation has taken it after, Babylon. So that's why every nation has got to go. No nation is righteous. This is why we need a kingdom next. Because the kingdom is the only way to have righteousness, forwarded. Out of the hands of these heathen. Only Israel can really, make anything righteous. Next, let me get 9, Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, mark of the beast, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture in a cup of his indignation. Exactly, man. Any of y'all who take the MOTB, who side with the world, you're going to receive the wrath of the Lord. You're going to be you know, in like a furnace. Which when all those missiles drop here. Anyway, let me continue reading. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the pressure of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. All right, well, we get the point. Next, let me get Revelation 18 and 10. Standing afar off of the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Exactly, man. So 1 hour is how fast everything of Esau's kingdom is going to fall down. You know, because you see all the evil that's prominent here. You know, it's boosted, it's pushed, and all the nations followed after it. And so that's the spirit the people are on. So of course the Most High is gonna, you know, take everything down, take down all the structures, because it's already tainted, full of evil. Next, let me get Revelation 18:21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. Exactly, man. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be thrown. Babylon's gonna be thrown down with civil war, you know, race wars, you know, civil wars, wars against other countries. You know, all this looking at, like, all that's coming here in Babylon is heavy judgment, and you don't want to be on that side. Because, like I said, it's gonna be thrown down. This place is gonna be thrown down. You want to be here when it does? No, man. You want to be on the side of the Lord. You want to be the other side, who's doing the destruction, which is Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shah, who's coming back, you know, to deliver us. Next, let me get one more. Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. See, all the heathen, you're gonna go into captivity. Everyone that has oppressed us, every single nation. Which is mainly Esau. Esau ain't gonna have no rest, no breaks. He's gonna receive the worst judgment of them all. But the other heathen, you know, you're gonna go into captivity, serve us, you know, for forever. Let me continue reading. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil. Exactly. Because we were once, you know, serving under them. Now they're going to be serving under us. For sure this time. Forever. And all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Exactly, man. So whoever's been on us, you know, oppressing us at this time right now, in the kingdom, we're going to be the ones oppressing them. You know, they're going to be ours. "17. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith Yahweh, because they have called thee an outcast, saying, This is Zion, whom no man seeketh after." Exactly, man. We're pretty much outcasts of the world. You know, but you know, to be kicked out of the world is a blessing in disguise, because you come to the Lord, you get to receive understanding, you know, being brought out of this world by the Lord. It's truly a great mercy, being shown. Something to be thankful for. But anyway, with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Hakodash. And until next time, I'm going to say Shalom.